All right. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Model Monday Live. The only Monday live stream where you get to put your CAD skills to the test against some of the best in the world. We've got former world champions in here. We've got current world champions in here. We've got people from all over the world using all different CAD systems, and they all want to prove one thing. Who is the fastest speed modeler in the chat? This is the place to do it, guys. Welcome one and all. Very nice to see everybody in here again. Nice to see some familiar faces. We're gonna let this thing rip here with a poll just to get things started. We're back to I guess we're back to using the @ names in the chat instead of using the resolved names. It seems like YouTube just does this randomly, right? Yeah, exactly. Victor K saying the same thing that I'm saying. Guys, I'm going to rip a poll here. Let's see, what CAD should I use for today's live solve? We're going to do a live solve today. We're going to do it using Onshape, certified Onshape professional, SolidWorks, certified SolidWorks expert, Fusion, FreeCAD. What are we going to use today? It's going to be up to you guys. We're going to let that rip for a little bit and see what people think. I wish there was a way for me to hide this thing in this chat overlay, but it's all good. We can just do this. There we go. Sort of hided. We sort of hided it. Guys, did you have a good weekend? I had a fantastic weekend, man. What an epic Final Four in the tournament on Friday. I love tournament season, guys, and I hate for it to be coming to an end, but wow. Those were some good matches, and it easily could have gone to either of the competitors in either of the matches. There were times when one user got it wrong and the other user not easily, but the other user could have taken over the lead, could have taken the point away. And those are the best matches when it goes back and forth like that, when both the users are making mistakes and having to correct their mistakes. I think it's my favorite thing is to see the users make a mistake and then correct their mistake. I think it's so fun to kind of see how they think through and how they try to figure out where the mistake is. I know Victor K is a huge fan of saying, take a screen capture of the print, or even print the 2D drawing out, and then go through and mark it. And if you mark each dimension along the way, you will find the dimension that you either entered wrong or that you dimensioned to the wrong baseline. Or, I think that's a great strategy, whether you're doing the speed modeling tournament or whether you're doing the practice models app. It's just a great strategy. And it just kind of like gets you into that mode where you start doing it without even needing that extra sheet of paper or that extra print. So, yeah, I love seeing the tournaments, and I love seeing the way the users. I just love seeing it when the users end up running into an error, getting it wrong, and then trying to correct and get it right. I think it's the best part of the tournaments, and we got to see a lot of that on Friday. It was a lot of fun, guys. I want to thank our new users who signed up for a Buy Me a Seltzer Water. It looks like Elijah and Rotate 69. Yo, nice. Thank you guys for joining the channel. Always appreciate all the joiners. Thank you. And hello to FPV Kev. Hello, my friend. Welcome. Says, I hate the SolidWorks Resource Monitor. Yeah, we have the trailer playing on the way in, right? For the check your system song. I think that was Jed Hightower who was doing that speed run, and he submitted the video, and I just thought it was so funny that message kept coming up. Comes up, disappears. Comes up, disappears. And Jan Mech is here. What's up? Nomer is here. What is up? Let's go. Gray is here. Hello, my friend. Valu is here. Hello. Welcome, one and all. Elf is here. Just started learning CAD. It's been awesome learning from your channel. Thank you, my friend. Very glad to hear that it's been helpful. And Last Steep is here. I am new. All right, welcome. You're going to learn a lot today. And let's go. Let's see what else we got here. Some tech support here. Looks like Vicky's taking care of that tech support. Thank you, Vicky. And Victor K is here. Mesa Makes is here. What's up, my friend? Perfect timing. Glad that you're here today. Looking forward to our meeting later today. This is my confirmation for that meeting. Just giving it to you here live in front of everybody. All right. And FPV Kev says we should do it in Tinkercad. Yo, let's go. Let's do it. What's up, PC Arduino? Good to see you in here. Do it in Katia. Yes, let's do it. Okay, Leopold is here, resident Creo user. At the conference last week, there was a lot of people asking about Creo. I kept telling them about you, Kate. And then we would look at the leaderboard together. I'm like, see, there's some Creo users in here. All right, Uncle Fab is here. Welcome. And Guntus is here. Hello, my friend. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Hedgie here is his first time catching one of these live. Fusion user. Just recently found out about the channel. Love it. Yo, that's awesome. Welcome, my friend. And I've got a video on the YouTube channel for Fusion users to get the correct materials into your libraries. So maybe take a quick peek, see if you can grab that as we're getting through some of the housekeeping stuff here that might help you during the challenges today. You got to have the correct material density. And like I said, I got a video that'll get it for you. Rambros Workshop, the world champion of 3D CAD speed modeling for 4 more days. And then we will have a new winner. Rambros is not in the tournament this year. So enjoy these last 4 days, my friend. Don't forget, you get free parking. You get access to the country club. You get a chauffeur, a chef. But that's all going away in 4 days. So enjoy it. And it's been awesome. You've been an amazing ambassador of the World Championship of 3D CAD speed modeling, my friend. All right, guys, let's go. Let's get into it. Enough housekeeping. Let's go. Welcome, everybody, to Model Monday Live. Today is October 27th, and today we are going to do some CAD modeling practice. What's the best way to get good at 3D CAD? Practice, 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 and refine your workflows. Ideally, you want to be practicing 2 real-world type models, because that way, when you run into those models in the real world, you will know what to do. You won't be surprised. So we are going to get going here. Nem CZ says, do I have time to make popcorn before we start? It's dinner time here. Yeah, you can make some popcorn, for sure. Yeah, you got time. Guys, today we're going to do 2 CAD speed modeling challenges. We're going to do a live solve using whatever 3D CAD you vote for. It looks like SolidWorks is in the lead right now, but that poll is live. You guys can vote for any CAD system that's on there, and I will use that CAD system. I haven't tested this model in all those CAD systems, so it may be a little bit of a surprise for me. But I did test it in Onshape, so if you choose that one, then at least I'll be confident that I can build it. And Masthiron is here. Welcome, my friend. Says hello, hello. Good to see you. I love seeing that TooTallToby badge next to your name. Guys, as always, I want to say thank you real quick to the community. We could, listen, here's some truth for you. There's no way we could do all the cool stuff we do without the community. I really, really appreciate and I'm thankful to all of you who are in this community. And I look forward to many years together continuing to grow this thing and see where it all goes. But we definitely could not do all the cool stuff we do without the members of our community, the subscribers, the super thankers, the joiners, the likers, the tutorial makers, the super chatters, the value for value folks, the Practice Models Premium subscribers, all the students, all the sharers, all the commentors, and of course the Discord crew. We could not do any of the amazing things we do without all of you. So thank you all so much. Let's continue to grow this thing. And it's been an awesome ride so far. I can't wait to see where this thing goes next. So thank you, one and all. And don't forget, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, share and reshare. These are the easiest ways to support the channel. And it looks like we got 46 people in here right now. Let's see if we can get that like count up to 46, up to matching that. All right, guys, here we go. Today's speed modeling challenge is going to feature a 2D drawing, and you are going to try and turn that into a 3D model and calculate the mass. And once you have the mass of that model, you're going to enter that mass directly into the YouTube chat. Now, in order to calculate that mass and get that mass correct, you're going to need to have the correct material density. So here are the material specifications we use. On the drawing, it might say IPS, meaning inches and pounds, or it might say MMGS, meaning millimeters and grams. And on the drawing, it'll say one of these 3 materials. Here are the densities that we use for these materials. Now, of course, these materials densities are listed in the title block, but you're going to want to make sure you have these material densities ready to go. You can check out the Discord. If you go to TooTallToby.com, up at the top, there's a link to resources. That'll link you to the Discord. And on the Discord, there's a channel called Materials Tools, and that's where you can get more information about these materials, how to set them up in your CAD system. But you need to make sure you have these densities correct. Otherwise, you're not going to get the correct answer. Marco in the chat says, someday esports. Yes, my friend. A lot of people at the trade show were talking about how this is basically like esports, and I completely agree. What we're doing in the tournaments, it's an esport. It really is. It's an educational esport. And so we're going to continue to grow that. And our goal is to get to the Sphere in Vegas and have CAD versus CAD taking place in the Sphere in Vegas. So that is our goal. We're on, I think, maybe like a 3-year trajectory for that goal. So let's go. Let's keep this thing rolling. All right, guys. Basic rules for this CAD versus CAD challenge is you can use any 3D CAD package as long as you can input density and output mass. And make sure that you use the specified precision when you answer in the chat. Hedgie says, saw Backstreet Boys at the Sphere and it was amazing. Yo, I bet that was amazing. They probably did a lot of cool interactive stuff with that venue. I bet that would be really cool. I support, approved. Guys, the first person to answer correctly in the chat will win a point, and that point will land you on the Model Monday Live leaderboard, the coveted leaderboard. Now, because of some travel we had and some other events we had, it's been a little bit sparse here in October. So only 2 points up so far and only 2 more to go. But guys, next month we're gonna have a lot of episodes of Model Monday Live. Maybe we'll even have some bonus points available during the month. So be on the lookout for it. All right, guys, here we go. Doug is here in the chat. Has been using SolidWorks for 14 years. Complicated sheet metal assemblies for production in the automotive aftermarket industry. Yo, we got to have a sheet metal tournament. Let's go. Welcome, Doug. Thank you for joining us. Guys, don't forget this is meant to be fun and good-spirited. Occasionally, I will make mistakes, and the Ivan exploit is permitted in the Model Monday Live challenges. Here we go. This first challenge goes live as soon as you see it full screen. You can grab a screen capture and you can turn it into a 3D model. And this challenge begins in 3, 2, 1. Go! Rock crawler, perfect timing. Guys, what is the mass of this part in xxx.x grams? And this part is actually called Rock Crawler Track. This one is dedicated to our good friend Rock Crawler, who literally just entered the chat. And guys, you're going to grab a screen capture of this print. You can see the materials ABS. The density is 1020 kilograms per cubic meter. It's a tier 3 challenge. And this one is dedicated to Rock Crawler, our good friend. He's here in the chat. And you guys are now all challenged to take this drawing and turn it into a 3D model. Not a super complicated challenge, but it's got its little quirks. And I hope that you enjoy this. I'm shifting the print a little bit here to make it just fit a little bit better. It's like I can't see that black. I need to change the background to make it a little easier to see where the border is. There we go. That should be better. And Last Steep getting in here with an answer already. 1.47. Good job, my friend. That's the fastest answer I think we ever seen in Model Monday Live. I'm not going to say if it's correct or not. It may be correct. It may not be correct. But I will say it was entered with speed. Of course, we're not just trying to do this for speed. Okay? If you build something really fast and it's not the correct dimensions, it's scrap. We're trying to do it for skill, baby. It's all about the skill. Art Fedderson in the chat says, oh, I like that. I'm going to scale and 3D print this for my mini Z Jeep. Exactly, my friend. Yeah, I found something similar to this on... Actually, I saw quite a few of these on different forums. Kind of similar to this, and that's exactly it. You can 3D print something like this, and then you can test it, put your cars across it. It's for Rock Crawler, and it is like a Rock Crawler Jeep. And it's cool. I'm going to scale it for your mini Z Jeep. That's the cool thing about these challenges is that when you are building these models, it's really, it's your model. Once you're done with it, you've got the model. And you can change the scale and make it into whatever you want. And that's the big skill that I want you to learn. Flex ramp. Nice. I like that. Flex ramp. Yeah, it's really meant for you to be able to turn this into your own model and change the dimensions if you need to and make it whatever you want. FPV Kev says, when I first looked, I thought it was symmetric, but it's not. All right, guys, listen, you're going to be modeling this up. And while you are modeling this, we are going to be doing some housekeeping, doing some more housekeeping here. So good luck. Just start firing those answers into the chat as you get them. Gray, first he answered a city, and then he switched his answer to a number. I like it. Guys, good luck on this one. It's a fun model. It's meant to be fun model. These are all meant to be fun models for you. It's meant to be fun, but it's also meant to teach you some skills. It's important to know how to use 3D CAD. Wow. Listen, it's been a heck of a week. We had the World Championship semifinals. We went to PDX. Actually, we did that in reverse order. And now we are going to continue to try to grow the channel. We did a lot of growth at the conference, and now I'm going to ask all of you guys to help with growing the channel by telling at least one coworker about it this week. Share and reshare. Let people know what we're doing here. And of course, you can join the party. If you have the financial means, please consider signing up for Practice Models Premium. This is our paid version of the app, and it unlocks the entire library along with some extra functionality, and it helps support the channel, helps support what we're doing here. Man, I don't know what's going on with my sweatshirt. It's like so uncomfortable right now. Just thought I'd share that with you guys. Probably should have done this while the drawing was up. Oh, we're making an adjustment here. Vicky Chong in the chat says, let's try to get to 50,000 subs by this Friday's final tournament. Yo, I like that idea. That's a goal I can get behind. I'm so excited about the tournament. I love the tournaments. Thanks again to our joiners, too. We had some people join. If you have the financial means, there's a lot of ways you can support the channel. We try to just ask for a little bit from everybody, and whatever you can give, really. We used to do like a value for value model. It's kind of the same thing still. Just whatever you can give. But supporting the app is a great way to help us as well. We need 819 more subs to get there. Yo, we could probably get that from this live stream. We'll get there. Guys, don't forget to sub. Make sure you sub. Try to get to 50K. If you're a SolidWorks user out there, I see there's 53% of the chat wants me to do the tutorial in SolidWorks. If you are a SolidWorks user, we have some fantastic training for you. 30-minute quick start, SolidWorks 101, parts, assemblies, and drawings, and CSWP prep. Sign up today, TooTallToby.com/training. Or if you ever need any custom training, if you want me to do some training for your team, if you don't want to do on-demand training, but you prefer to do in-person, guys, I'm actually teaching in-person training this week, or in-person over the web, but live, a live human you can ask questions to. We can do that too. We'd love to work with you, love to work with your team. Talk to your team, talk to, the whoever it is that coordinates the training at your company, and let them know you've got a SolidWorks guru who wants to do some training with you. And we'll make it happen. We can talk to you about what that would take, but we would love to talk to you about that. Mason Make says, extra credit if they subscribe to TooTallToby. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it. All right, guys, listen, we're in the tournament. The World Championship is upon us. It's this Friday, and we've got a huge announcement. We've talked to our finalists. The finalists are, if you don't know who the finalists are yet, I don't want to spoil it. I won't spoil it. If you don't know who the finalists are yet, I won't spoil it. You can watch the live stream from Friday. But we've talked to the finalists, and they've agreed to do a best of 5 on Friday. So the final match is going to be the first person to win 3 points. Instead of the first person to win 2 points, which it normally is during these matches, it's going to be the first to 3. So we are going to see a minimum of 3 matches, but I'm hoping we go all the way to 5 and maybe even have a couple of push matches so we go to like 6 or 7 or 8 or 10 matches. I'm going to have plenty of drawings ready for these guys. The World Championship is this Friday, October 31st. Please join us at 1 o'clock. Victor K says, let's go. Pico Boo says, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. It's going to be awesome. Oh, here's a spoiler. Told you guys I wasn't going to do a spoiler, and I forgot I had this slide queued up. Let's just keep moving on. We don't want to see who the winners are. Dom says, I'm calling 7 rounds. Yo, join us this Friday. All right, listen, guys. The winner of this match on Friday is going to win a 3D printer, but really all 4 of the people who played on Friday are going to win a 3D printer. So congratulations to all the final 4. And we put together some special tournament shirts. So guys, the website it's not that easy to remember, but the website is listed here, TooTallToby.com/4thwall/.com/shop/4thwall. Let me see if I can bring this up here. I'll just drop it into the thing. TooTallToby. Let's see here. TooTallToby shop shop fourthwall.com. It's actually not that hard, right? We can figure this out. All right, here we go. We got it, guys. Special shirts for the tournament. Special shirts in general. Let's drop this into the chat. You guys can take a look, see what you think. Let me know what you like, what you don't like. Oh, Vicky's already there. Vicky, thank you. That's it. So it says shirts, hats, stickers. These all just take you to the same place, though, which is to all products. So, guys, these are the new tournament shirts. Check us out. You got the tournament, the CAD models here that actually came from the tournament. You got that special stool, the screwdriver, the weight, that Ricardo. I always think of this one on the upper right as like the Ricardo Jean triple blade. I don't even know what to call it, but I just remember Ricardo did that with multi-body, and it like blew my mind when he did it. So you get all that stuff on the front, and then on the back of the shirt, we got all the dates and the matchups all the way up to the Final Four. So you can see here, we like this one, all the dates, all the matchups, all the runners, all their country flags. I like the way this one turned out. It's like a tour shirt almost, like we're going on tour together. The blue hoodie, like the blue hoodie. So yeah, let's take a look at that one. So the blue hoodie, we've got the TooTallToby logo on the front with the stick man, the old school. If you guys have been on the channel for a long time, there used to be a bumper at the beginning of the videos where this guy would stand up and hit his head on the sun. That's how tall he is. He'd hit his head right on the sun. And then he originally started out sitting in this chair. So that's on the front. And then on the back, we got the new Master 3D CAD, one model at a time logo, which I really like this. I like this being on the back. I listened to the chat in the Discord, and originally I had one of these with the model on the front, but in the Discord they said the same thing, and also my co-commentator Connor said the same thing, which is that should really be on the back. So we flipped that over to the back, got it in a couple different colors here, black, kind of like a dark gray, and then this blue, lighter blue, darker blue. I like this navy. I think this navy looks sweet. And then, of course, we've got the original. Oh, and we got that as a t-shirt also. Same shirt, but as a t-shirt. But same idea. The TooTallToby logo. And Matab says, that's cool. My name's on there. Exactly. And then we got a t-shirt. We got some new hats as well. So we got some cool stuff here in the shop. Check it out. Brand new shop. Very excited about this shop. We got some stickers. Got Connor's special sweatshirt. And then this is not actually a hat for any of you guys to buy. I just needed to make a prototype, so ignore this. That's not really a hat for you to buy. It's like a super secret item. And guys, we also set up a coupon code for the rest of October. You guys are here early, so 15% off the entire order. This is basically like a 15%. I have like a 15% pad on there. They really charge a lot when you print on the front and the back. I think that like the base price, if you print on the front and the back, is like $23 or $24 to print on the front and the back. So I know $30 is kind of steep for a t-shirt, but it's not really it's basically like just enough that if I want to run a coupon code, I can. So we're definitely not going to be making our fortune off of these shirts, at least not this time around. But, you know, if we get into bigger and bigger orders, then we can go back to the first run of shirts we did. This run of shirts, we ordered them from an actual t-shirt manufacturer, a t-shirt printer. So we were able to get the price down pretty low on these. I think we were able to sell them for 20 each. But, you know, at the end of the day, it is what it is. I got to say that I did order some samples, and I'm super happy with the quality. So I don't mind a $30 shirt if it's got like nice soft quality. I think these are all from that next level vendor. So it's pretty cool. So guys, check it out. Use code MML October. That'll be up there for a few weeks. Rock Caller says, can I get my autograph? Yes. If we get together in person, I will autograph all the shirts for sure. Very excited about the shirt store going up. Hopefully we'll have some more samples soon. We can show you guys some more samples. All right, guys, listen, we went to PDX last week. Vicky and I went to PDX last week, and it was amazing. It was a really cool trade show, a couple hundred people there. It was set up more as like a networking and learning opportunity, more so than a sales opportunity. And so, of course, like that worked out great for me. We put together this amazing booth. Vicky got these really cool banners created. You can see here, practice smarter, model faster, a little bit of like an infographic about what we're doing at TooTallToby. But here on these monitors, we were playing highlights from the tournament and highlights from the speed modeling community. And we need PDX battle videos. Yeah, we had people here trying it out. So you can see over here on the left, the highlight from the speed modeling. And then we actually had a speed modeling contest here. People were able to come up and use whatever CAD system they wanted. We had a, we have a leaderboard from this. So we have, let me see here. So we had the people that were doing this challenge were able to enter the challenge and then end up on a leaderboard. One of the guys did it and got on the leaderboard and then made a speed modeling run of himself doing it all while he was at the conference, which I thought was just so cool. Like he just did it and then gave himself a little like video souvenir from what he did. So the challenge is here. I haven't released the actual drawing for all of you yet, but you can see here kind of how people did at the conference. So you can see here 54 seconds. Wow, some of these guys went back in and did it again. 131, 137. This guy Alex, we're going to talk about Alex here in a minute. 203, 216, 248. Like, we got some really good times in here, and it was awesome to see all the people doing this challenge. So oh, actually, you know what? This one was a secret challenge. I think the other one was the main challenge. Yeah, this was the main challenge from the event. Here we go. And so this one, you can see here, again, we had some people here. Yeah, so Alex used Onshape and got it fastest here in 249. Pretty cool challenge. I'll show you guys what that challenge looks like just a little bit later. But Uncle Face LB says dibs on the slowest. Yeah, nice. So there's Aaron in the background walking around. Here you can see, again, the booth with the speed modeling highlights. There you see Gray. Shout out to Gray in the chat. We had him playing on the highlights. Everybody was super impressed with how fast he was in SolidWorks. And then we also had Jern on there running Build 123D, and there was a lot of people asking about that, about how he was able to construct those models using code. So that was pretty cool too. We got to do a little bit of teaching here. I got to kind of teach about some different tips and tricks and teach about what's going on in the world of TooTallToby and in the speed modeling app and in the TooTallToby app here. We had got to meet a lot of nice people during the trainings that we did. And you can see here, I like this picture. This is James. We met James out there, but I like how he got that purple box, and you guys all know how that feels to get that purple box and know that you did it right. Such a good feeling. And he definitely was feeling it there with that. And finally, you can see here that we did, like I said, we did print out some samples of the t-shirts. This was a limited edition. This one didn't have all the cool flags and stuff on the back, but we did end up getting at least a chance to look at it and see what they look like and see what they felt like. This guy here, he won 3 different prizes. So the way the drawing worked was that you could get entered into it on day 1, and then you could get entered into it again and then again. And the big prize was this from Pipeline Design, from the people that were hosting. It's an inserter for 3D printed parts. So for inserting threaded parts into 3D printed parts, he actually won that device. And it's like a super nice beefy device that Pipeline Design developed. And then this guy here, this is Alex. And Alex came up to me, whoops, this guy here, this is Alex. And Alex came up to me during the training session. Yeah, exactly. The guy in the back is, exactly. He's on his toes. This guy's on his toes too. Exactly. We're blocking out all the pictures. So this guy here, Alex, came up to me during the training session, and he asked me a fantastic question, which was, in Onshape, I can go in and I can just type the letter V or the letter H, and that adds a horizontal or adds a vertical relationship. Is there any way to set up SolidWorks to do that? And my answer to that question was, I'm pretty sure there is, because I've seen Dom do this in the tournament. So I think there is. I think what you can do is you can go into the Discord, ask for Dom and ask him if he knows how to do it. And I said, but why don't we just try it here ourselves? So if I click on this edge here and then I press V, oh, look at that. It makes it vertical and adds a vertical relationship. Okay, and then if we have like 2 circles, if I have this circle here and this circle here, and I want to make them vertical, pick one, hold control, pick the other, let go of control V, and that makes them vertical. So so Dom says, yeah, I might have to make a Discord account. So we tried it together while we were there at the show, and I went in here to customize, and when you go into customize, you can go into keyboard. So in SolidWorks, you just right click up here on the command manager, go to customize, then go to keyboard, and then we did a search here for vertical, and it turns out that there is a command here in others called make vertical where it adds that relationship. And so we assigned that to V, and Alex was super happy. And huge shout out to Dom, because I would not have even known, or I would not have known that was possible had I not been watching you in the tournament. But yes, you can do that. And guys, if you're not using that, you absolutely should be, because honestly, it feels like when I do this, when I pick this one, hold control, pick this one, let go of control, and then go here, it just feels so slow compared to just pressing V and Onshape, which just makes it vertical. And now, look guys, we can do it in SolidWorks. You can just press V and you can do it there in SolidWorks as well. Click on this V, make vertical. Let's go. So that was huge. And I just feel like that story kind of like epitomizes what we're doing here with the community, and how like learning together, working together, talking to each other, asking questions, like watching each other, learning from each other. I mean, that example is like we're using something that like maybe we've seen in Onshape, and then we're implementing that as a workflow in SolidWorks. And it's such the crux of what we're doing here. And it makes me so happy to have a community like this. But it also kind of took like an outsider. It took Alex coming in and saying like, hey, can you do this in SolidWorks? And kind of like putting us to the test and saying, hey, he's almost like, hey, can you get better? Can you still get better? And it's like, actually, I can still get better. Even after all this time and all this speed, like there's still plenty more that we can do to get better. FPV Kev says, how about H for horizontal? Absolutely. That was the next logical thing. So you just search for horizontal and it's down at the bottom. So we click here, H horizontal. Let's go. We got it all, baby. So yeah, it's awesome. You can add relationships. I'm sure that there's other ones that you can add too, like coincident. In Onshape, coincident is I. So let's see here. If we go here to customize, can we do coincident and make coincident I? Let's see, so make coincident. There it is. So we could just make that I. Okay, I is already hooked to something. Help files and models. I think I'm okay changing that to coincident. so then if I make a circle here, and then if I make a line, and then if I wanted that line to be coincident, click this, click this, hold control, click this, I. Let's go. Just mapped right in there. I like it. So yeah, so that is definitely something cool that we can do in SolidWorks. But again, I think it just really shows how the power of the community really takes us all kind of to the next level. So this was really cool. Huge shout out to Aaron from PDX. Huge shout out to the whole PDX team. Huge shout out to Vicky. And why not C? I don't know why they don't make it C. It's a good question. I don't know why. I think of it as a shortcut, as a point on a line. Yeah. I like it. Guys, huge shout out to everybody who helped make that a reality. It was a lot of fun. And we'll have some more pictures and stuff on, we'll have some more pictures and we'll have some more stuff on LinkedIn from the event. But it was just an awesome event. Really good to meet a lot of new people there from the event. If anybody's here in the chat today who was at PDX, let us know. It was very nice meeting all of you. All right, guys. And finally, don't forget, Practice Models is now hooked to Model Monday Live, so you need a free account to participate in the second half of the show today. Make sure you get a free account. Practice Models, the Practice Models app is the gamification of 3D CAD. Guys, you know, listen, one of the hardest things for me to deal with is when, you know, like when I'm on different media sites, when I'm on like Reddit and things like that, and I see people that are like clearly copying what we're doing and just like have the exact same language on their website, the exact same gamification methods, and they're going around acting like it's new. But the reality is that, like, if you're blazing a trail, there's going to be people that follow you, right? It's just going to be what happens. And it just goes to show that what we're doing here is amazing. So if you see people doing that, one of the hardest things for me is to see that and to kind of like try to keep my mouth shut. But it's really the only strategy. The only strategy is really to kind of ignore it, or maybe just to say, sometimes I'll just say like, hey, we have a website, TooTallToby.com. We've been doing this for years and it's a lot of fun. You should check it out. If this is your thing, you should check it out. Just kind of like remind the other people that are in the chat that like, we've already got a thing set up that's doing this and it's pretty cool and it already works and it's going good, you know, and just let them know that we have a really cool community. That's all we can do. You're never going to like shut everyone else down. You shouldn't even worry about it. You shouldn't even be trying to do that. And so I'm definitely not trying to do that. One of the things I'm really trying to like take to heart is the advice of like, never speak disparagingly. You know, always try to speak positively, always try to elevate, especially in a public space like what we're in. So our whole thing is all about being positive. So let's just, you know, we got to try to keep being positive. But of course, it does like sting a little bit in my heart. We've worked pretty hard to get to where we are right now. So, and we couldn't have done any of that work without Bodie McBoatpants and Hoobie 3D FX, the guys who are working on the back end day and night, nonstop, trying to continue to improve things. So thank you guys. Rambros Workshops is old is gold. Yeah, exactly. The Car Jesus says, after all, it is free to say something nice. Yes, that is exactly right. You never, listen, here's the other thing, guys. You never regret saying something nice. You never look back on that and think to yourself like, oh, I shouldn't have said that. You know, like you will often look back. If you say something mean, you'll look back and you'll think to yourself like, I was being a little too arrogant there. But if you just say nice things, you will almost certainly never regret it. I can't imagine a time where you're going to regret it. All right, guys, here we go. I'm going a little bit too long here on this housekeeping part. Make sure you sign up for Practice Models. Sign up for Practice Models free. Otherwise, you can't participate in the second half of the show. So make sure that you sign up there for Practice Models free. Sergio is in the chat. Sergio, excuse me, in the chat. Says, just starting on 3D designing. You guys rock. Amazes me how quick you all are. Yes, it amazes me as well. My students are asking, and so am I, will you release the special secret PDX drawings eventually? It's driving some of us crazy that we can't solve all the models. Yep, I'm very aware of that, PC Arduino. Thank you. Yeah, I'm very aware of that, and they will definitely be released. Yes. I'll release them this week sometime. How about that? We'll lock in. Andre in the chat says, good advice. Yeah, thank you. We're going a little bit deep here with TooTallToby advice today. All right, guys, listen. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get to 50 million subscribers by Friday. 50 billion, I mean. That's what I meant to say. 50 billion. And don't forget to join the party if you can. If you have the financial means, sign up for Practice Models Premium. We would love to see you in there as a subscriber. We are continuing to grow that channel and continuing to improve that app. So sign up for Practice Models Premium. And guys, if you join the YouTube channel at the level of buy me a cup of coffee, you will get a thanks. I can't sleep at night until those are released. All right, well, I'll try to get them sooner rather than later. You got to have a good night's sleep. It's very important. Guys, we are running a special. We've been running a special for the past year or so where if somebody joins at the level of buy me a cup of coffee, they might get a practice models dedicated to them. The reason I say might is because it kind of depends on the timing and has to do with like kind of how YouTube has the list set up. So like if you join and then you leave, I might not see your name on the list. I'm not doing it on purpose to like motivate people to stay joined, but if you do stay joined, then it's more likely to get your personalized practice model. But the way the YouTube list is set up, I don't have like a running record of everyone who was a member in the past. I only have the current members. So as long as you're on that list and I see you on that list, then you will get a practice model premium created for you. And this one goes out to Rockcrawler, longtime friend of the show. And I always try to look back through their YouTube and see if I can't find some of their interests. Here's all the people that were on the list from last year. And here's all the people that we've done so far this year. Ricardo, Gene, Lotta Llamas, Pico Boo, Carlos Z, Chris J, Jazor, and now Rockcrawler. Welcome to the party, my friend. And let's get into the answer here for this first one. So this is kind of a cool model. I like this model. I like how it wasn't symmetric. I think that made it kind of interesting. And so we can see here that the answers that came into the chat, Rockcaller says, I'm honored. The answers that came into the chat here, very impressive. Anybody who was able to finish this, very impressive. So good job to everybody who was able to finish this. I know there was a lot of answers that came in here. I know that we were yapping there for a little while, but let's go. Let's go. Last Steep says 1.47, Gray 362.8, Name CZ 361.3, Dom 362.8. So these guys kind of have the same answer. Victor K 361.5, Name CZ 361.5, Gray 361.5, Rambros 361.5. So again, we see this kind of convergence. We've definitely seen this before. One thing we learned from PDX is people watch the channel, but don't subscribe. Subscribe. It means a lot. Yes, thank you. That is very true. And let's see what else we got here as far as answers go. Guys, anybody who answered this in that limited time is very impressive. 326.6, Guntus, well done. 361.5. I love getting into this limited edition $1 million hat. That's what I should have done. Maybe I'll change it. Ismail, 361.5. Uncle Fab 361.4. Guys, don't forget to use the discount code. You can roll back the video if you want to see the discount code. It's only going to be up till the end of October. Let's see here. Erlin 361.5 and Matav says 7 feet. Yep, good. Kate 361.5, nicely done. 361.5 from PC Arduino and 361.5 from Teach. And here we go, guys. I think that's maybe it. Old is gold. I like that a lot. Tag team tournament. I like that a lot. Tag team tournament for the 50,000. And Mason makes 362.2. Guys, the correct answer to this challenge is, oops, wrong click, is 361.5. So congratulations to everybody who got it. Congratulations to everybody who got it correct. And you're allowed to answer more than once, but we're only going to accept the winning answer as the first one who answered 361.5 plus or minus 0.1. Oh, just barely out of spec here, Name CZ. Wow. 361.3. Jeez. 361.4 would have gotten you there. So close. Guys, who was it? 360. It was Matab. Wow. Former tournament winner. Matab gets in there, 361.5. GG. Guys, put a GG in the chat for Matab. That is awesome. Well done, my friend. GG, Matab. GG, friend. Yes, yes, indeed. All right, guys, and with that, the poll is going to be closed. 51% of people want to see me doing this in SolidWorks. We got 40. I was trying to see if I could move the thing down. 16 Onshape, 52 SolidWorks, 20 Fusion, 13 FreeCAD. Looks like it's going to be SolidWorks today. A lot of SolidWorks users out there. The poll is complete. We did it. Good job, everybody. All right. So this next challenge is going to go live on the TooTallToby channel. So you have to go to TooTallToby.com and sign in order to see this next challenge. If you're not familiar with TooTallToby.com, once you go to TooTallToby.com, you'll see that we've got a library of 2D to 3D CAD challenges. And in that library, up at the top of that library, there's a special section sponsored by our special sponsor this month. And that sponsor is CADOp.io. So huge shout out to CADOp.io, developed actually by one of our users from the community, Sebastian. But here we go. The challenge is now live. If we say access the full library, then the challenge will show up here at the top. And the challenge is 25-10-19. So please give that challenge a try. Good luck. And we are going to be using the app not only to have you guys do the challenge, but also to track who the winner is. So, guys, we're going to get into it here. We're going to do this as a live solve using SolidWorks. I'm all warmed up in SolidWorks because we did the that little tips and tricks preview there. So let's get into it here with today's live solve. This is Model Monday Live. We live stream every Monday, and part of the fun that we do in Model Monday Live is we take a challenge and we challenge all of you to complete that challenge. And the second challenge here is actually live on our website, TooTallToby.com. So I'm going to go to TooTallToby.com. I'm going to access the full library. Let me just change my CAD system real quick because I think I'm currently set to FreeCAD. Been doing some FreeCAD this week. We're going to switch this over to SolidWorks because the people have voted. And they voted for me to do this live solve using SolidWorks. So now that I've changed my profile to use SolidWorks, my analytics will be tracked. And let's see if I can beat these wizards in the chat. We're going to be watching the chat over here on the left and see how fast they can model it. But let's get into it here with this challenge. This challenge begins in 3, 2, 1, go! What is the mass of this part in x.xx pounds? We got a pounds model here. So this one is called Mesa Makes. And once again, this is in recognition to somebody who's been a supporter of the channel for a long time, who's at the Buy Me a Cup of Coffee level on the YouTube channel. And this model is kind of a special part because it looks like a part that Mesa Makes would build. He does a lot with the agriculture department, agricultural work, creating brackets and things like this. So this is some kind of a shaft bracket here. And for me, whenever I'm modeling, whether I'm modeling in SolidWorks or Onshape or anything, I always start out with the same question. Where will the origin be located and what will my first sketch be? So in the case of this model, we've got symmetry running down through here in 2 directions. And when you've got symmetry in 2 directions, your origin is probably going to be located at the intersection of that symmetry. So I think my origin is going to be located here. Now, because there's symmetry, I could consider modeling just a quarter of the model and then mirroring it, and that certainly would work. I think with a model like this, the model is easy enough that I don't really need to do that. I don't think it's really going to benefit me too much. Maybe model half the model and then just mirror it across. That might actually make it a little bit easier too for me to keep things straight. So I think that's what I'm going to do as opposed to just modeling a quarter. So with that all in mind, I think my first sketch is going to be looking down from the top. I think my first sketch is going to be a sketch that looks a little something like this. So it's going to be 6 1/4 divided by half. And then it's going to be that rectangle by 3 3/4. Then I'll extrude that up to this height, kind of the default height of 1/2 inch. Now I've got my base plate in place. I think the next thing that I'll probably tackle will be this shape here. And again, I'm just going to be modeling half of it. So I'll create this shape here. Once I create that shape, I will extrude that. And that's going to go up to this face here and also up to the back face. So maybe up to that face there on the back. And then once I've got that shape, I can focus on this kind of rib shape, kind of like locking in this geometry here. I'll probably do that with a rib in SolidWorks. And then I think I'll finish up by adding the fillets here on these corners, adding in these holes here on the corners. You can see the dimension for those holes there, adding in the center to center spacing for those holes, and then just doing a mirror. And once I'm done with that mirror, I should be good with this model. So I know it took a couple of minutes to get that model planned out, but me personally, I always like to take a minute or two to come up with a plan before I actually jump into the CAD. So let me use this open in new window button, and then I'm gonna move the drawing over here to my second screen so that I can do the drawing. I'll move the timer over here so we can all kind of keep an eye on the timer. Let me bring up my keyboard cam as well. You guys can watch in the chat and see if there's any chatter in the chat. It looks like there's no average time on this model, so nobody's actually finished it yet, so maybe we can be the first one. Who knows? I got a feeling there's some people in the chat that actually already finished it. These guys are pretty darn fast in the chat. Here we go. New. One of the best time-saving shortcuts is just to have some templates set up and ready to go. This is 1060 aluminum, and it's in inches. And now I'm going to start out with my game plan, going to the top plane and beginning a sketch. So in SolidWorks, whenever I want to begin a sketch in SolidWorks, what I'll do is I'll start out by just kind of having that sketch ready to go. Having that sketch ready to go just by clicking on the plane and then clicking on the sketch icon here in this context bar. So we get that sketch up and running there. And now that we've got that sketch up and running, let's get into our 3D CAD and let's start modeling this thing up. So we said before that our first sketch is going to be on the top plane. So S key, rectangle, single click, move my mouse, single click. So I could certainly draw it this way, or if I wanted to, what I could do is just draw a rectangle to the total dimensions. So this is going to be 3 space 3/4, and this one's going to be 6 space 1/4. That's how you can do your fractions as part of your inches. And then what I can do is just draw a solid line going right down through the middle here. And what that's going to do is it's going to let me then take that geometry and extrude it by selecting a contour. Now, we've talked a lot about modeling half the model and maybe using a center line in the past to get a double dimension, but this is just another approach. You could just model the whole thing and then just drop a line through the middle and then say that you want that to go up to the height of 1/2, 1/2 inch. Okay, and certainly we could model in fractions as well, but I'm very comfortable in decimal, so I'm not going to change it to fractions. So now on the front plane, begin a sketch. Control 8 is going to let me orient my view. And then once I've got that view oriented, I'm going to be creating the geometry for that circle. Again, here, this is something where, you know, we talked about this a little earlier, learning from other CAD systems. One of the things that I've learned from other CAD systems is just the power of working with contours. So I might consider sketching a line across here. And then if I wanted to, I could trim, but I could also just leave that line going across there and then select contours. The thing is, some CAD systems work better than others when it comes to working with contours. So if you were to create a sketch like this in SolidWorks, you just want to really do a lot of practice so you understand what happens when you go to the extrude command. Does it default to take you into a thin feature? Do you have to remember to uncheck that option for thin feature? Maybe. We'll find out here in just a minute. So what I'm going to do is start adding in my dimensions. Now in this case, I think I am going to add a center line here just so that I can get the doubled dimension. So from this line to the center line and then crossing over gives me that doubled dimension, 0.164 cross over 0.327. And in this case, that dimension is 1/2, 1/2 inch. Then the radius on this outer arc here is 1 space 1/2, enter. And then the radius on this inner arc is just a radius of 1, enter. The height to the center of that arc, which is also the location of that line there, from the base is a height of 3 space 1/2. And there we go. Nice fully defined sketch. S key, extrude. And when I jump into my extrude command here, again, you just kind of have to know how your different CAD systems react to this type of an input. In this case, it looks like it is letting me select the profiles, but there's been plenty of times where SolidWorks just kind of default turns on thin feature, and then you run into some weird issues where maybe you'll go to extrude it and you'll end up with something like this, and then you're like, oh, that's not what I wanted, but you can no longer edit the thin feature, because once you make something a thin feature, you can't unmake it a thin feature, or at least in the past you couldn't. Oh yeah, you can. I was wrong. All right, awesome. So you can unmake it a thin feature. So let's see if that actually works. So I click this. No. Still checking it on. Uncheck it. Check mark. There we go. SolidWorks being SolidWorks. So instead of editing that feature, maybe what you want to do is you want to Control Z, kind of get back to the point where you're in the sketch, and then S key extrude again, and then you can go through and pick these contours. I'm laughing a little bit just because I know that I've seen SolidWorks users in the tournaments run into similar anomalies like what I just ran into, and it's very frustrating when you're under the gun. This is why practice is so important, because the more you practice, the more you're going to be prepared for these things, and the more you're going to know. Like in that case, I know maybe it's better just to Control Z to back up and try it again and get it right. So this one here is going to go up to surface. We can pick this surface here. In direction 2, it's going to go up to surface as well. We'll pick that surface on the back. Here, what I'm going to use is a really valuable tool in SolidWorks. Right-click, select other. That lets you select through that face and get that back face without having to rotate the model. That can be a nice time saver as well. And now right-click to finish that feature. Oh yeah, that looks good. All right, let's add in a rib. So now you can see here that we're going to go over here to the front plane, begin a sketch, orient our view, and we go to the front plane, begin the sketch, orient the view. We're going to choose here on this point. We're going to move our mouse kind of up and at an angle, and we'll just kind of click in the background, hit escape, S key, dimension, and this dimension is going to be an angle dimension here of 55. Now, you'll notice here that I'm leaving this sketch short, and normally I probably would bring it up here to this edge, but I just want you to see here, if I leave that sketch short and then I go to the command features rib, the power of the rib command is that the rib command extrudes up to next in 3 directions. So it'll take this and it'll extrude it up to next. It'll take this line here and extrude it up to next, and it'll go up to next in this direction to fill in all those gaps. So if I just type in the width of that, which is 3/8, enter, enter, you see the rib goes up to next, up to next, up to next, and we are good to go. We don't even have to connect that line. However, I think it's usually a best practice to fully define your sketches. So I think what I'll do is I'll pick on that end point. I'll pick on this curve here, and then or hold control, pick on this curve here, let go of control, and then I'll just press I, because as you all know, I is a shortcut key for coincident, or at least it is now that I've mapped it to be I. Or the other thing you could do would be to map it onto that edge using the regular relationship. Victor K in the chat says, fully define every time. Yes, very important, fully define every time. Okay, we exit that sketch. There we go. S key, fillet. The fillet on this thing is 5/8, enter, and 1, 2. Remember in SolidWorks, if you're ever at a weird angle, sometimes it's easier just to window select. So especially if you're like zoomed out like this, sometimes it's easier to just window select to get that edge instead of trying to like get, you know, is it a face, this edge, this edge, this edge, which one is it? Which one is it? Sometimes it's easier just to do a window select. So when you're out kind of far, you could do a window select there. Again, practice makes perfect. Okay. It takes a little bit of practice to learn how to do this and how to do it the way you want it to each time, but it's really helpful. And then we'll finish up here with Hole Wizard. I'll use Hole Wizard for this one. We could use either, but I think I'll use Hole Wizard here. So usually what I'll do with Hole Wizard is I'll launch the command. So I'll launch Hole Wizard, and then what I'll do is I'll click on this tab here for positions. Okay, and then I'll pick on the face and then wake up the center point and drop in the point there, wake up the center point, drop in the point there, and then I'll maybe add some dimensions. So the dimension here between these two is 2.5. That's what's on the print. And the dimension to maybe a center line here, probably just do this as like a driven dimension, but a dimension here to the center line is, cross over that, is 5 inches. Now, I realize that the way that the drawing is dimensioned is as though those are the driving dimensions. But the thing is, you can tell that they're concentric. You can just tell from looking at it that they're concentric. And if you're not sure, add in the driven dimensions, and that'll confirm that those are concentric. Okay, if you don't like that method, if you feel like you should always adhere to the drawing, just choose select here, click on this dimension, this relationship, delete it, click on this relationship, delete it, click on this dimension, make it not driven, right click on this dimension, make it not driven. Okay, now they're driving, and then take this point, hold control this point, and then you can make those vertical, which I'm going to do with the letter V for vertical. And then the other thing that we could do here would be to make those 2 points symmetric. So obviously a little bit more work to do that. But again, if you're trying to adhere to the drawing, it's not about, you know, taking shortcuts. It's not just about speed, as they say. It's not just about speed. It's also about coming up with some best practices. And then finally, I'll go back to the type. Usually I'll go back to the type after I have the points in, because then I can see that preview. And then for this is going to be ANSI inch. And then the size is going to be, where are those 5/8? It's probably in here, right? Here we go. This says all drill sizes. Change this to fractional. Then you'll just see the ones with fractions. Then you can look for your 5/8. We're halfway there. 5/16. We're halfway there. There it is. Okay, and check mark, boom, get that. And then the final thing that we can do here is we can do a mirror. And for me, the way that I do a mirror is I go in here to this bodies folder, pick the body, hold control, pick the plane that I want to mirror about, let go of control, and then I've customized this menu. This is called your context menu. So if you right click here, you can say customize. Well, what I did was I added mirror to that menu. And why did I do that? Because now all I have to do is click on that icon, mirror, and then just click on the enter command to finish it. So pick the body, hold control, pick the plane, let go of control, mirror, enter. Pretty easy. Nice full mirror, full body mirror of that part. And so now what we can do is we can go into our sensors folder, because I always have a sensor in my, here in my part template. So that way the maths is always right there waiting for me. 2.369 pounds. Let's move this box back over here. 2.315, enter. Oh, wait, no, 2.369. See, if you enter the wrong answer, it's not going to validate it. 2.369, enter. Oh, yeah, we did it. Congratulations, that answer is correct. We did it. All right, I'll see you, Rock Crawler. Thanks for joining us, bro. And now I'm going to submit that answer. And now we're going to get feedback here. 14 people solved that model while we were going. 14 people. That's so fast. Average solve time, 5 minutes and 10 seconds. Wow, that is super fast. And I've completed 43 of the available 251 models. And guys, if we look here, we can see Dom recorded his run 1 minute and 42 seconds using SolidWorks. So if you guys want to see a super fast run, log into the website, go to this model here, 25-10-19, and you can see Dom's run 1 minute and 42 seconds using SolidWorks. That is impressive. And I think it's even more impressive that he recorded it while we've been here talking. That is amazing. And finally, if we go here to the top 100, let's just refresh. It's me, Varun is here, says, I'm here for the first time. Welcome. Welcome, my friend. If we go here to the top, to the first 42, what we can see is that from the time this model was released, within 2 minutes and 32 seconds, Dom finished the model. Within 2 minutes and 42 seconds, Matab finished the model. Within 3 minutes and 2 seconds, CSWE Victor finished the model. Within 3 minutes and 9 seconds, Rambro's Workshop finished the model. Guys, you are so fast. I cannot believe this. 3 minutes and 27 seconds. Gray. 4 minutes and 33 seconds. Mr. Corey Mesa. Holy smokes, you guys are fast at this. It took me like 10 minutes to finish this thing. We got Casca in here from Latvia. Onshape user, 6 minutes and 13 seconds from the time it was released. Neem, 7 minutes and 20 seconds. We got Uncle Face in here, 8 minutes and 11 seconds. PC Arduino, 10 minutes and 1 second. We got Kate in here using Creo. Nice, 10 minutes and 22 seconds. We got Lee Bay in here, 11 minutes, 21 seconds. And nicely, Nick in here, FreeCAD, 12 minutes and 17 seconds from the time it was released. And then Toby finally bringing up the rear here using SolidWorks, 14 minutes and 20 seconds from the time it was released. 14:20, honorable mention. Oh, and we got Adrian in here as well, 14 minutes and 36 seconds from the time it was released. Very nice, guys. Very, very nice. Congratulations. Anybody who was able to finish that in that short period of time deserves a pat on the back. That is super impressive. And look, we got a 16th person who finished it. So congratulations. We got Serial Sal in here. Good job, Serial Sal. 16 minutes and 19 seconds. Well done, my friend, using Onshape. That is awesome. So guys, that's going to bring us to the end. I want to say thank you all so much for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Model Monday Live. It's been a lot of fun. Congratulations to our winners. Congratulations to Dom winning that second challenge. Congratulations to Matab winning that first challenge. That is awesome. If you guys haven't had a chance to check out the TooTallToby website and the leaderboard challenges, be sure to check it out. The gamification of CAD is a fantastic way to learn and improve your 3D CAD skills. And guys, if you have the financial means, please consider signing up for Practice Models Premium. It's a great way to support the channel, and it's a great way to continue to get better at 3D CAD. And a huge shout out to our good friend, Corey Mesa, Mr. Mesa Makes. This is awesome. It's me, Varun. There are 251 challenges on the website. That should be enough to give you a challenge every single day for quite some time. So please give it a try. PC Arduino saying, my students are loving Premium. Thank you. And thank you, Vicky, for getting it set up so fast. Thank you, Vicky. Great job, Vicky. And guys, congratulations to Dom. Congratulations to Matab. And thank you all. We really couldn't do any of this without all of you. It's so awesome to have all of you in here, have such a great community. Now, what's coming up next? This Friday, October 31st, tournament finals. Ricardo versus Ace. Good luck. Good luck to Ricardo. Good luck to Atse. Congratulations to both of you. We have seen a tournament finals before with Ricardo and Atse. So this is going to be a real serious rematch here. And I think they're This is going to be a grudge match, really. So good luck to our runners here. And guys, next week, Model Monday Live, we're back. We're kind of winding down season 6 here. So as the season winds down, we're going to be having maybe a few less episodes, but we still got a few more in the chamber here. And then we're going to be taking a break. We're going to be doing some revisions to the website. We're going to be doing some revisions to the app. We're going to be really stepping things up here over the next couple of months. So very much looking forward to seeing where everything goes. But overall, I just want to say to you guys, thank you so much for being a part of this. It's such a fun way to start the week. It's such a fun way to start our Monday. And I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your Monday. Remember, it is starting to get really cold out there. We're about to be in November. So make sure that you guys enjoy these last couple of days of sunshine. Do any of the final things you need to do around the house. Make sure you unhook all of the water hoses that are going around the house. This is the time to do that. Because the cold weather is coming in fast. So enjoy, and try to enjoy this final weather. Yes, I am very much missing the nice weather in Phoenix. That was an awesome break here from the cold weather out here on the East Coast. But guys, enjoy. Thank you so much for being a part of this. It's such a fun way to start the day, such a fun way to start the week. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of the week. Be sure to tune in Friday. Be sure to get lots of people to subscribe. We're going to try to get to 50,000 by Friday. And Friday is the CAD vs. CAD tournament finals. The world champion, a new world champion, will be crowned this Friday. So very excited to see that. And thank you all so much for the amazing live stream, the amazing community. And I look forward to seeing you all soon. See you, everybody.